Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading today, looking at your animal spirit messages today. What animal are wanting to come through for you this week? Make sure you do leave a comment on one of the November videos if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. I will be drawing that at the end of the month. And so definitely make sure you leave that comment, subscribe so that you can stay up to date with all the readings as well. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's weekly check-in messages as well. Today we're going to be using the Spirit of the Animal Oracle card deck, and we also have the Afterlight Lenormand. Okay, so these are very interesting ones, very interesting imagery. Like some of the images are quite difficult to see because they are sort of covered in a lot of light particles in those, but we'll see how we go. Okay, as always, timestamps will be in the description box, so you're more than welcome to jump ahead to alternate placements as well. Starting off today with our Aries. Okay, Aries. Animal spirit messages for Aries. Aries, please. Aries, we have the Black Jaguar coming through for you. Okay, that talks about being an old soul, Aries. Walking through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world, so from beyond reality, using your energy for good, your intuition and those sorts of things. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Okay, Aries. So really, it's kind of one of those messages of build it and they will come, believe it and it shall be kind of thing, that focusing on what you actually want the outcomes to be for yourself, and then things will sort of start to fall into place for you, but also very much trusting your soul energy at the moment, Aries, rather than what's going on in reality, knowing that, if you want something hard enough that you can make it happen for yourself. We'll clarify that here with the Lenormand for you, of course. Aries, animal messages for our Aries. The Black Jaguar energy for Aries, please. Whoa. We have the ship coming through first here, Aries. That's the one that kind of flew on out. So with the way that kind of flew on out from the deck there, that leads me to believe that it's time to take action. It is time for you to start this journey, get on this journey, start making moves towards this Tower and Woman energy. Okay, we have the Tower and then the Woman. All right, so for some of you, this is specifically a woman from your past, an older woman, most likely from your past as well. Somebody that you already have, there is already some sort of structure, foundation with that person. You're needing to move towards this person. For others of you, this is part of you yourself, the structure, the soft feminine structure of yourself, the way that you nurture yourself, the way that you take care of yourself, the way that you allow your emotions, the core of what has been built within you on your emotional self. Okay, so that old soul energy where you're really pulling from that, the deepest parts of yourself on an emotional level. You're needing to really start the journey through that, and move towards those things and nurture those in a structured kind of a way where you're taking a little bit more care of your core emotion. All right, so it's talking about here, focusing on what you really want and what your emotions wish you to achieve. That it's kind of also, with the ship coming through with that tower, the tower does quite often talk about isolation. And I do kind of feel as though for a lot of you, you have kind of isolated this feminine part of yourself, regardless of your gender. Okay, we all have masculine, feminine. The feminine is just the nurturing, softer sides of ourselves, the more vulnerable parts of our soul. All right. And the tower, you've kind of isolated that. You've been keeping that locked away in the tower of yourself. And so the ship is really asking you to, start traveling through that and start this journey, start this adventure where you connect back to that core of emotion within yourself here, Aries. Okay, so like that black jaguar, walking through life with confidence and grace. So, the feminine sides of ourselves does actually hold a lot of power in order to find grace and behave in, because I'm kind of getting this stealthy kind of energy as well, that you're softly, that you're moving softly. And that's the part of this journey is learning how to move more softly, especially when it comes to emotional things in your life, rather than that typical Aries fire, impulsive action, where we're moving softly, where we're going with the currents of the ocean rather than tempest. Okay, Aries, so I hope that makes sense for you, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements. Do leave a comment so that you go in the draw for that free personal reading, and we will move on over to Taurus. Okay, Taurus, animal spirit messages for Taurus. Animal spirit messages for Taurus, please. Ooh, the heron, which is about patience, Taurus. So using that Taurus stubborn energy to be patient and wait it out a little bit here at the moment. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring great rewards. Okay, so that can also reference a couple of other birds coming through there as well. The heron, we see the ibis, we see stork energy a little bit there. Even pelican energy comes through with that particular bird. So some of you may be seeing a lot of kind of water birds around, with the longer beaks. White with the longer beak. It's something that you may be seeing a lot of in your life at the moment, Taurus. But let's clarify that. It's kind of reminding you, just wait it out, wait a little bit longer. That you are needing a little bit of extra patience and stillness, that balance coming from stillness at the moment, Taurus. Taurus, clarify the heron energy for Taurus, please. Definitely seeing water birds energy for you here, Taurus. Okay, so we have the ship coming through first, which, floats upon water, obviously. So this is, if you want to start the adventure, you need to move slowly. I feel, once again, it's that patience coming through here, rather than, a ship moves very, very slowly as compared to, like a plane or a train or anything along those lines. A ship is something that, we're not speed racing. We're cruising through the water, slowly. All right, but it's part of the adventure is the stillness and waiting for the wind to hit your sails, kind of energy, that you're taking off slowly here, but you're kind of waiting for that wind to pick up and throw you, thrust you forwards, but you're kind of able to just float along quite merrily at the moment. We do have the birds as well. So like I said, the water and then the birds. The birds does talk about, a conversation that does need to happen with a woman by the looks of this. But, we have the woman there as well. But it's not necessarily that you actually need to have a conversation with this woman. It's just that you're kind of needing to be a little bit patient here with, it's kind of like I'm picking up for a lot of you that it's things that this woman is saying, okay, where it's not necessarily an actual conversation, although it may be like their side of the conversation and things that they're saying to you, but it's coming across as a little bit speaking out of turn, speaking rumors, speaking gossip, speaking things that are not necessarily theirs to speak on. And there's just something here about needing to just slowly float and just wait and see and wait for things to just take off here. I'm just getting a kind of observer energy for you, that it's like the more that you're just patient and you just let them keep on streaming out this gossip or rumors that they're spilling, the more it shows you like the truth of this person, because I'm picking up an energy here of the more that you wait this out and just let them sort of get it all out of their system. For some of you, that's all it is. It's just having to quite literally listen to someone get it all out of their system. There's nothing really important that they're saying here. It's just a matter of needing to be patient, so that they just need to get it out of themselves. But for others of you, it's kind of like it's giving you this insight into this person, where you're kind of realizing, if that's what they say about their friends, what are they saying about me behind my back? If this is the sort of person that they are when they're talking to me, what are they like when I'm not around? What do they say about me when I'm not around? And I just feel like it's just giving you this little bit of insight. And the more patient that you are with just sort of observing this, the more you're going to learn about this person or about the situation, or, it's kind of like they're going to get themselves in trouble. They're going to talk themselves into trouble here. Just one more for why Taurus needs to know this message, please. We have the Tower coming through here as well, Taurus. So for some of you, it's so that you can sort of learn the structure of because this is probably someone that you have known for quite a long time. And there's a foundation, a structure with the Tower that you're kind of gaining understanding of the core of this person, that but like I said, for a lot of them, they're building this tower up so tall that they're going to topple it on over by themselves the more that they keep on talking. But you're kind of needing to sort of just bear witness to this, I suppose, just because it's helping you learn more about something about core and structure of what you don't want to be like, or what you do, kind of lessons in amongst it all somewhere there for you. It's part of your journey to kind of understand this about this person, maybe for some self-reflection or things like that. But for others of you, it's specifically so that you know to isolate yourself from this person. Okay, that is the card of isolation. So there is definitely the need for a couple of you. You will be getting that clarity that this is someone that I need to isolate myself from. That it's better for me to act in silence and isolation from this person, rather than tell them all my secrets, because look at how much they chitter chatter about it all. Okay, so definitely just wait it out, Taurus, and you will understand why you needed to hear that. Okay, whether it's for you personally, or whether you're learning something else, or observing something about yourself, or whether you're needing to isolate from this person altogether. But that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Geminis. Okay. Gemini, animal spirit messages for our Geminis. Animal spirit messages for Gemini, please. Ooh, 2 cards for you here, Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, you have the card of personal choice. Okay, so that is, close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? Okay, so just take a second and just, what's the first animal that pops into your mind? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace those qualities. Okay, so it's the animal that you instantly imagine, the one that pops into your mind, no matter what a weird sort of animal or common animal that may be. What are its good qualities, and how can you embrace those in your life right now? All right, because we also have here the raven. So some of you may have even imagined straight away a crow or a raven. The shaman card, you are the creator and the magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Okay, so that connects very well to the personal choice card, actually, where it's kind of letting us know that your power here is integral to this message, that you know, what you envision for yourself is very, very important for you here in being able to create that in your life. But we'll clarify that here with the Lenormand as well. Gemini energy, please. Clarifying the personal choice and raven energy for Gemini, please. Wow, that one popped up quickly. Ooh. We have the scythe coming through first. So something's popping back up for you at the moment, okay, Gemini, and it's, you know, it is retrograde season, but rather than necessarily a person popping back up from the past, we actually do see here for you, we have the stars coming through next, followed by the mice. Okay, so this is definitely something from the past with that mice card here. This is a wish that you have lost, a dream that you thought was unachievable, something that you have kind of given up on, I feel, for a lot of you here, Gemini. You've kind of gone, that's never going to happen. That wish is never going to come true. I've got no hope, no optimism that that will ever come to light for myself. But bang, you know, because you've broken free from this wish in the past, but bang, here it pops up all over again, suddenly out of nowhere. Bang, here's that wish come true, landing in your lap. An opportunity you thought you had lost, and here it is. You haven't actually lost it. Here it is. It's coming back around to you. Okay, so have a think about what that, what you would like that to be, because I feel like for a lot of you, there might be a couple of things that rattle through your head when you think about lost opportunities, but think about the lost opportunity that you invested a lot of hope in, that you had high hopes for, that is a wish. You know, if that were to actually pop back up as an opportunity for you all over again, would that be your wish come true? Because that's probably the one. Okay, but it's wanting you to know that it's popping back up for you. But with that raven energy here, and you're using your own imagination with that personal choice, this is very dependent on you yourself, allowing it to pop back into your energy here. And, you know, it's kind of, once again, if you, you know, you're the shaman here. Use your gifts for good. You're the creator and the magician of your own desires. So think about the things that have been lost to you, lost opportunities for you, and which ones would you want back as an opportunity all over again. And you now have the opportunity to recreate that opportunity for yourself. Okay, Gemini, so that's some really strong energy for you there, but make sure you do subscribe to the channel, leave a comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading, and we will move on over to our Cancers. All right, Cancer, animal spirit messages for Cancer. Animal spirit messages for Cancer, please. Oh, the elk for you, Cancer. Nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. Yep, that's the word, humility. Sorry. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer and overcome challenges is limitless. Because you know what? You can buck down and throw it off. If it's not something that you want in your life, if it's a challenge that's in your way, you can bunker down and flick it off with your crown, right? You've got this noble, strong energy coming through for you here that, you know, celebrate those successes. You don't need to, over ego those things, but, you have a lot of successes around your energy at the moment. So, allow those powerful forces to guide you and continue you forwards to more, and know that you can buck off any obstacles that get in your way. They're just things that you can just barrel on through, but we'll clarify this message, Cancer. Clarifying the elk energy for Cancer. Ooh. Why does Cancer need to be aware of this, please? Why does Cancer need to be aware of this? Okay. We have the mice coming through first here. So we do see something from the past, something that you thought was lost to you, Cancer. And straight away, we have the heart. Okay, so this is a lost love, a love that was taken from you, a past love, that you feel as though, it's in the past. It is retrograde season, of course. So things do tend to come back around once again. We do also have the moon here. Your intuition is trying to tell you, Cancer, that, there is still a lot of emotions tied up in that past love situation. All right. But you were actually more successful than you realize you are when it comes to this past situation. That, that once again, I do get that there may be challenges here, but as long as you knuckle down and push through them, that you can just throw them off with your little antlers, right? Because this is coming back around, and the reason that you need to know about this is the key. So that's a brand new opportunity with this past lost thing. Okay, what was lost is now found, basically, with that key. You've now found the key to unlock that issue and get through any challenges and, find accomplishment and success in that past situation. Your emotions are still very, very tied up here as well. There's a lot of emotion here. I am picking up for some of you here, Cancer, that there's a lot of anger about certain things, and you kind of, there's something here about, because I am picking up a very specific message here for someone. And with the moon card there, for some of you, you may not be a Cancer sun. You may be a Cancer moon that I'm picking up this specific message for, because it is showing me that moon card. But it's like the emotions that you have here tied up in this past situation. It's not as in the past as you are telling yourself that it is, because I'm getting this energy of you have a lot of, this is why it still stresses you out and it eats away at you, because there's a lot of shame and guilt tied up with this situation about the way that you treated someone. But I'm getting a very clear message here that you need to understand that you treated that person the way that you thought you deserved to be treated. And the more that they treated you better than that, the more that you fought against it. But it's like you've now got this opportunity to understand that, and that's why it triggers you a little bit here, Cancer moon, because that's where the rage and the anger is coming from. It's coming from you feeling as though you didn't deserve to be loved. Okay, and there's just something about understanding that and standing up tall and strong and noble in that understanding will help you buck off that as a challenge and recover the opportunity that you lost. There is an opportunity here, another way, and I'm getting that it's with the key, it's opening up new doorways. So it's a new way. All right. It's a new way. It's not the old ways of doing things. It's new ways of doing things that is going to lead you to success with this situation. All right. And even for those of you where you're not interested in, rehashing this lost love, so back to just all the Cancer placements here. Even if this is not a past love that you're wanting to rehash, it's the emotions associated with it that you're needing to find those new pathways towards, to find the success in being more noble within your own self emotionally. All right, and learning how to trust your intuition, because really trust your intuition on this situation. Your heart is trying to guide you in a certain direction with this situation, which is the direction where you find success, you find new ways, new doors to open here, whether that be a new door with that same person, or whether it be a new doorway within yourself, opening your own heart a little bit more to deeper understanding, okay, of why you're getting triggered, why you're still wrapped up emotionally in that situation, whatever that is for your specific situation, Cancer. Okay, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course, but make sure you leave a comment so that you can go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. And we will move on over to our Leos. All right, Leo, animal spirit messages for our Leos. Animal spirit messages for Leo. Oh, the moose, wisdom. Look at those giant horns you have, well, antlers you have, Leo. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Okay, so there's like, it's kind of giving here, Leo, trust that you know. Trust that you know. Stop telling yourself you don't know anything. You're feeling as though your intuition is guiding you wrong at the moment, but there's an ancient wisdom that is coming through you, and it's like your ancestors are all sort of gathered around you trying to push you in a certain direction, and you're standing there going, oh, but I'm not smart enough to know whether that's the right thing to do, so I'm just going to stand here and think about it a little bit more. But you need to start trusting that inner wisdom, that inner knowing that you have, that, oh, I know that that's for me. Because you already have that, but there's something about you here, you're trying to buck it off. Like you're trying to buck away from what you already know is for you. You're acting smaller than you really are. You're this huge, big moose. And some of you are trying to deal with it with humor as well. You're trying to sort of laugh it off, but you have all this within you already. It's already within you, Leo. You just need to start trusting yourself a little bit more. You have such strong wisdom within yourself. But clarifying this message for you, Leo, clarify the moose energy for Leo, please. Stop fighting yourself, all right? We see the whip and then the scythe coming through first. So the whip is, inner conflict. That's fighting yourself. That's arguing with yourself. The scythe tells us break free from that energy so that you can, make sudden changes. It's a very, the scythe comes through and harvests the wheat. And this is the wheat, the whip, okay? And when we have that harvest, it's a harvest. It's not just a breaking free from the stalks. No, the wheat, the self-punishment, the conflict within you, that is going to get turned into, it goes off to the flour factory and gets turned into flour and then into bread. It becomes completely different energies as, you harvest that. So this conflict within you, it has the potential to become so much more than that, so much more than self-doubt. Okay, you have this inner wisdom that is trying to show you that your inner doubt can be turned into something else completely, that you need to break free from the doubt and allow the strength to come. All right, allow the strength and wisdom to come, because they're already yours. All right, and the thing that it wants us to suddenly move towards here, we have the cross. your own soul, your own spirituality, your trust and faith in the divine, in something greater than this, some ancient wisdom within yourself, that this inner knowing, your soul energy, okay, your spirituality, and your having faith that everything is happening how it is supposed to. May not be the way you want it to, but it's the way that it's supposed to, the way that is, things falling into place. It will be what it will be. It shall be what it will be, kind of energy here. And you have this inner wisdom of knowing within yourself already, Leo, that even though it might be a bit rough at the time, it's exactly what needs to happen for you. Yeah. It's that, once again, that difference between what we want and what we need coming through here. And this is why you're in inner conflict, because you keep trying to say, but that's not what I want, but that's not what I want, but it's what you need. That's more important at the moment here. So use that inner wisdom to trust that the universe has got your back, Leo, that what you need will be yours, will come into your life. You just need to trust it, and trust that inner wisdom within yourself as well. Have faith. Things are moving in the direction that they need to. All right, but that's what we have for you, Leo. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Make sure you leave a comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo, animal spirit messages for our Virgos. Virgo, the deer. This is all about love. It's that sweet little deer. This is quite interesting. We've just had, in a row, we've had elk, moose, and now deer. Okay, so I don't know what the deal is with the deer-like creatures, but here we see the deer, which is, the sweet version without the giant big stabby things on the top, right? Be gentle with yourself, Virgo. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. I'm also getting like something to do about Bambi legs. That little, when the deer is first born and it's got the little fawn, little little split legs. Something about, it's okay to fumble because you can get up and run with the herd within minutes. All right, that every time you fumble, you get back up and you can then run with the herd. That it's okay to, have your little Bambi legs for a minute. And find your feet. It's okay to need to find your feet before you can run. When it comes to matters of love, especially here, Virgo. Clarifying this message for our Virgos, clarifying the deer energy for Virgo, please. You have more, we have the anchor there, okay? So you have a lot more stability and reliable energy, dependable people around you than you realize. We do have the dog coming through after that. So that talks about friendships and, platonic energies, generally. It's, people that are supportive and loving and understanding. So for you, I'm kind of picking up a little bit more of that unconditional love. So for a lot of you, it may not necessarily be romantic love. It may just be the energy of platonic love in your life, that unconditional love. So family, friends, co-workers even. And they're very, very reliable. The anchor does sort of say that these people, they will anchor you through the storm, but they're very reliable and trustworthy. And then we see the dog, which is all about loyalty and trustworthiness and, understanding and compassion and all those sorts of things as well. Friendship, and we do see the birds coming through as well. So it's quite a simple message here. Your friends love you, Virgo. It's okay to talk to them, have those conversations, let people know how much they mean to you, allow people to, express to you how much you mean to them as well. Rely a little bit more on those friendships and having conversations, talking to those people. Don't be afraid to talk about, deep emotional things, because these people around you love you and understand. Okay, they've got compassion and empathy and loyalty towards you, Virgo. So, like this message coming through of like, if you love someone and you need to allow them space to love you too. Okay, so it's kind of just this energy here. Some of you, there's the need for you to actually, it's not up to you whether someone else loves you or not. If you care about them, allow them to love you as well. So allow them to express that, allow them to be there for you. So especially if you're a giver, Virgo, a people pleaser, if you're someone that, you want to be there and have those conversations. If your friend, for example, if a friend breaks up with somebody, you're like, oh, well, talk to me. Allow them that same grace. They want you to talk to them when you need help as well. All right, so that's coming through pretty strongly there, Virgo. But make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to Libra. Okay, Libra, your animal spirit messages. Animal spirit messages for Libra. Ooh, we have the humpback whale for you here, Libra. Okay, so that's the singer card. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your soul, your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Okay, I knew the word soul was in there somewhere. It's got to be, right, with the sing energy. Because it's not necessarily singing, although for a lot of you, Libra, that would probably really be really good for you right now to, make sure you're singing along with songs and things like that, because it's about singing from your soul, speaking truth, being the truest version of yourself that you can be at the moment, and trusting your inner navigation systems to, your intuition, your gut instinct to drive you. Okay, and allowing the emotions to float around you as well comes through with that message as well. But clarifying that message for you, Libra, the humpback whale energy for Libra. Strength and confidence coming through firstly with the bear, okay? Your inner power, once again, that is a deep soul energy, that bear energy, okay? So once again, the power within yourself, your soul is strong at the moment. So don't be afraid to show it and share it. Be confident in who you are at the moment. A lot of strength and power and nurturing and, love coming from your just who you are, and the standing tall and strong and powerful in yourself, and knowing that you are you and no one else can be you as good as you are. All right, no one else could stand in your shoes and do it. But we also see the ring coming through here, followed by the garden. Okay, so this is, a lot of people around you, I feel too, because the garden is a very social energy, and the ring talks about your relationship with your social life, with, people in your social circles, and your relationships with those people, and, meeting up with those people, and just kind of being this powerhouse for people around you, that, even just meeting up with you for a coffee just strengthens others, that you have this amazing voice that needs to be heard, even just, people asking for your advice, and just being around you as well is very healing for others in your life, and that it's a really kind of a time for you to be stand strong and tall, and know that you are, someone that people have a strong relationship with, and they look at you and see this strong, powerful, confident person. And, some of them, there is a little bit of envy sitting there as well. But for others, it really helps strengthen them be themselves as well. Knowing and seeing the way that you are and the way that you're confidently yourself, it helps others around you, build that relationship with themselves as well, in a way of confidence and power. So you've got a really strong energy at the moment here, Libra, especially when it comes to the way that you're speaking to others and the way that you're interacting with others, the way that you're building relationships with, people, even just out and about in public. Like it's really getting, it's kind of like really getting picked up right now that your energy and you being you confidently is having this like roll-on effect to others around you, and you then in turn get a lot of power from that as well. So it strengthens you even more so to be such a strong kind of role model for others at the moment, Libra. So enjoy it, and don't be afraid to be yourself, because so many people really admire that about you. All right, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements. Make sure you leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Scorpios. Scorpio, animal spirit messages for our Scorpios. Animal spirit messages for you, Scorpio. Scorpio. Ooh, the coyote. The revealer of truth. Now is not a time to hide the truth, to keep secrets, especially other people's secrets, Scorpio. That card does say, don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So coyote, very, very smart animals, and you have this ability as well, that the more that you're just enjoying life and having fun with it makes you very, very aware of others around you that are holding the truth of themselves away. So you're very able to see through people's masks. At this time, you're kind of seeing the people underneath the masks very easily at the moment. And, you're the revealer of truth. So for some of you, I kind of get you may actually even be calling someone out for the mask that they're wearing, or not being truthful, for hiding a certain secret. You may be sharing someone's secret because it's, you're kind of very much like, oh, but the truth is more important than your silly secret kind of thing, and you're just playing it off very lightheartedly, and because it's like it's not that serious, it's not that deep a thing, but we'll clarify that for you, Scorpio. Scorpio, clarify the coyote energy for Scorpio. But the playful energy also is part of what keeps you safe as well. That it's you're kind of dancing away from trouble. I'm picking up there as well. We have the Tower coming through first here. This can talk about a few things. The Tower generally is a card of isolation and holding yourself separate to others. But with what I'm seeing here, that's not necessarily the case. I feel like for a lot of you here, that some of you actually are kind of seeing a lot of deeper truth through your own selves as well as in others, because you're sort of understanding the relationships that you have with others a little bit differently at the moment, Scorpio. We have the ring coming through next, which does talk about relationships, and it's kind of like you're seeing the patterns of isolation. So it's kind of like that's one of the secrets that you're revealing about somebody else at the moment, okay, is that, okay, I see that person is isolating themselves heavily. I know that they are anxious or depressed or whatever's going on for them, because that's a pattern from my own structure. The Tower does also talk about structure and, foundations. That's something that I have done in the past. I've isolated myself when I'm, feeling down about myself. And so now I can recognize that pattern in others. And so I'm, calling someone out. Like, I know you're trying to isolate right now, but it's because of, you're feeling down about yourself. And so you're coming on in you know, breaking through and revealing that secret, and kind of like forcing somebody to see the truth about themselves, and forcing someone to come out of isolation. Because, you know, at the end of the day, with the ring there, you just care about that person, and because this is someone you already have a relationship with. You know, that the strength of this relationship is more important. The foundation of the relationship is more important. So you're coming on in with the good news. I know why you're doing this, and I'm not going to let you. I'm coming in and having some playful, fun kind of energy. We're going to laugh, you know, about the times I'm going to tell you about the times I've done this and that it didn't work in the way you want it to, and it makes things worse and whatever. You know, I'm just picking up on that specific message very strongly here for a lot of you, Scorpio. But for others of you, it's kind of, there's something about the relationship with your own past and your own structure and core foundation that, you know, especially how you have felt apart, and you know, you're kind of coming in on this horse with this rider energy. You're coming in going, good news, I'm learning how to not, you know, how to re-engage in the world in a different kind of way. I'm re-engaging in a much more playful kind of way, where I'm not holding myself separate anymore. I'm not isolating myself anymore. That you're not taking things too seriously anymore. Whereas in the past, your relationship with the structure, the core of who I must be, has been very isolated and very rigidly alone in the world. But now you're actually, you know, understanding that you've got this pack. You know, like a coyote is not really a solitary animal. They normally, where there's one coyote, there's normally more, right? So you're rebuilding relationships, and you're coming in strong, going, you know, good news, I'm you know, I'm coming in with happiness, and I'm coming in with, even if I'm not happy, I'm like the ability to play and be playful and enjoy others around me, and strengthen those relationships in new kind of ways for yourself, Scorpio. So it's very interesting energy for you there. But you are more than welcome to check out your other placements. Make sure you do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Sagittarius. Sagittarius, animal spirit messages for Sagittarius. Animal spirit messages for our Sagittarians, please. The penguin. This is such an interesting energy. I really like the penguin energy, because, you know, penguins are one of those creatures that they, you know, there's a lot of things about that they mate for life. They find the same partner every season. I've just learnt something recently, actually, about penguins, that, you know, quite a lot of the time penguins actually bury their dead as well. So they have understanding of grief and things along those lines as well. And deep creatures, and then we see the other side of the coin with the modern adaptations of penguins and things like that, like Happy Feet, for example, where, you know, we see that penguins are such a communal community, and they're, you know, such a positive, happy energy within society as well. Like, who doesn't look at penguins and go, oh, they're so cute? You know, a majority of people adore penguins and think that they are super cute. Well, maybe I'm just biased because I do like penguins. Uh, but, you know, there's a lot of community aspects with the penguin energy. This particular card is the authenticity card. Okay, it does say, reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storms. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from other people's expectations and just be yourself. Okay, so we even see a little bit of a Happy Feet reference in the card itself, talking about authenticity of self and uniqueness. You know, that wasn't that the whole point of that movie was, you know, the little penguin was the only penguin that couldn't sing, and he instead danced. So, you know, be authentic to who you really are, that you don't have to go along with everyone else, but you can actually rely on everybody else when you do need to. That's part of your strength is the family and the people that you hold close to you. They're part of your strength. So don't turn away from them. Sagittarius, clarify the penguin energy for Sagittarius, please. Yeah, see, because we have the clouds coming through first here, followed by the garden. Okay, so this kind of tells me straight away that you're overthinking social situations. You know, you're overthinking to the max. The cloud talks about thoughts and overthinking and allowing anxiety to take control of the situation and cloud your judgment and confuse you even more, especially when it comes to, you know, meeting others halfway, meeting up with people, going out and about in public, any sort of social elements as well, events, social events coming through there as well. So it's kind of like this, it's kind of giving me the example of a family gathering, and you're really overthinking every little thing at the family gathering. But, you know, just be yourself. That's what the penguin is trying to tell us, that, you know, your family actually embraces and loves your uniqueness, even if they don't, you know, necessarily say that or display that. That's actually, it wouldn't be the same if it weren't that. Does that make sense? Like, think about people in your life who are very, very individuals, unique individuals, and, you know, would you really have them any other way? Sometimes it can create drama or stir up problems or whatever, but would you really want them any other way? Because that's who they are to you, you know. And it kind of shows us here too with the ship. So I'm picking up this message about a family gathering for some of you, that you may actually be traveling to a family gathering, but don't overthink it. Just go, kind of thing. So that's definitely coming through there as well. But this sort of does talk about, you know, go more, like go forwards, and, you know, now I'm getting that Star Trek, go forth and what is it? It's the go forth and prosper or whatever. That way, I don't know. But it's start the adventure, start the journey, close the distance between yourself and these others. You know, meet up with people and don't overthink it so much. Just enjoy the time that you have with others, and enjoy the adventure. You know, life is but a journey, so, you know, you may as well set sail now, kind of thing. So it's just part of the adventure. It's part of the fun. It's part of the journey. For some of you, there is a specific traveling to something social. Like I said, for a lot of you, it's coming through as a family gathering. It may be an event with friends or family or something along those lines there as well. But it's sort of saying, don't overthink it. Just sort of go. Just start moving towards that, and making that happen. Make those travel plans. Okay, so that's definitely coming through specifically there in that sense as well. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements. Make sure you do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Capricorns. Okay, Capricorn, animal spirit messages for our Capricorns. Animal spirit messages for Capricorn, please. Oh, the puffin. That's all about partnership, Capricorn. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Teamwork makes the dream work, Capricorn. I know that, Capricorn, you are usually a very, very independent, sort of more solitary energy. But this is asking you specifically to allow others in, all right? And in delegate. I'm getting delegation very specifically for some of you here. And that's part of partnership. Sometimes we do need to delegate responsibilities to others. But, you know, people actually really enjoy working with you, not just on a work sense, but, you know, in your personal life as well, that people do actually want to join forces with you, Capricorn. So it's kind of giving this energy here of like, yes, you may be very independent and very capable of doing all these things all by yourself, but do we not learn the most when we're teaching? Okay, I'm kind of getting this energy here as well, that for some of you here, the more the more that you're actually welcoming others in and working in tandem with others, the more that you're actually going to learn, and the further that you yourself are going to move forward. Because, when we teach, we learn. When we learn, we teach. They work in tandem, in partnership with one another. That you may have a lot to offer to a partnership, but do you know what? Give that person a chance. Give that group of people a chance, and they will have a lot to offer to you as well, Capricorn. Even if you're capable of doing it all by yourself. All right, even if I'm definitely getting that message coming through, that even if I know you can do it yourself, Capricorn, but you're being asked to share the load right now. But clarifying this message for Capricorn, please. Clarify the puffin energy for Capricorn. What did I say about teaching and learning? We have the book coming through. Teaching and learning, very important. Educating yourself, doing your research, and understanding, the skills that others may offer to help you. Definitely coming through strongly here. For some of you, I am picking up some work stuff here as well, because the next card we have is the fish, but it is coming out with the mice here. Okay, so it kind of talks here specifically about some abundance that you have lost. So money that you have lost, maybe for some of you, you've had stolen from you, taken from you. The mice talks about the past and things that we've lost in the past, things that probably have stressed us out a little bit. Maybe still taking from us in some kind of a way. For a lot of you, there's a need to go over the books and make sure we're checking those financials, and seeing if we are losing money somewhere, because there's just something here. And for once again, with that partnership card, don't go over it yourself. Ask for help. Ask for a second set of eyes on the books. All right. So I'm getting, for some of you, this is specifically to do with, your financial records, and needing a second pair of eyes to go over those for you, that they may pick up something that you just don't catch, or to you're there's just something here about, when it comes to this financial thing, there's just something where your brain doesn't register that as a thing, whereas someone else, like a third party going over those books, they go, "Oh, hang on, what's that?" And then question it, whereas you, for some reason, you don't question that, whereas somebody else will actually question that for you, and make you realize that, hang on, you're losing money, Capricorn. And if you're a stereotypical Capricorn, that's the last thing you want, is to be losing money anywhere, even if it's just 10 cents that out of every paycheck. That adds up, right? So there's definitely a need to go over those books for some of you here. For others of you, this is talking about the need to learn and research, where am I going with my abundance, so that we're not repeating past mistakes when it comes to abundance. It's not necessarily financial abundance either. It's like feeling fulfillment within oneself, and what you want your next chapter to look like, the abundance that you want for your next chapter. How can we make sure we're avoiding the losses of the past in those next chapters? We're learning from the past in those next chapters. For some of you too, when I'm seeing the mice, especially through retrograde season, there may actually be someone coming back around, or something coming back around from the past, a lost opportunity that you know more, you're wiser and, more mature, and you've learnt more about, how to deal with money, how to deal with abundance and things like that. So you're getting this opportunity back, kind of thing, that you may have lost this chance, this opportunity in the past. For some of you, it's specifically to do with a Gemini, Aquarius, or a Pisces, with that fish card here. The book, I'm just trying to recall, the book is Pisces too, I think. So we're seeing signs that are connected to water, right? Sorry, I'm just double checking that for you. Yeah, Pisces, definitely the Pisces. So we're seeing strong Pisces water kind of energy here. Interesting. So there may be something to do with a Pisces coming back around, Pisces from the past, a Pisces that you thought you'd lost an opportunity with. It does sort of lean itself a little bit more toward education or, financial education sphere. But, partnership is important in this situation. Okay, Capricorn. So that's what we're seeing for you. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment as well so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, animal spirit messages for Aquarius. Animal spirit messages for Aquarius, please. Ooh, the deer, Aquarius. We saw this for Virgo as well. So some of you may have strong Virgo placements. You may be dealing with Virgo in your energy because we do have love is what the deer is all about. Okay, we have love. That does say be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. I wanted to say you heal relationships with the power of love in that one, Aquarius. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So they're very strongly self-love, but I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is acknowledging that the love that you hold within you has the power to repair as well. There is a message coming through about that, Aquarius. Clarifying this message for Aquarius, please. Clarifying the deer energy for Aquarius, please. Stand tall and strong and confident in the power of you and the power of love, nurturing love and confidence in yourself. This is self-empowerment, that self-love once again, standing tall and strong and firm, making sure we do have healthy boundaries set up. But the healthy boundaries do seem to be a little bit more about money. We have the fish coming through there as well. So we're also seeing as well as the connection with Virgo, we're also seeing Gemini as well as Sagittarius coming through here as well. But for some of you, there is a need to have healthy boundaries around money with these situations as well. That loving someone and loving yourself does mean that both of you actually need to have healthy boundaries. You're not allowing them to walk all over you, but it does seem to be specific to money for you here, Aquarius. So the fish is the card of money and abundance, all right? So this is, feeling abundant within oneself. But I'm just getting a very separate message here that for some of you, this is, self-love being shown through investment, financial investment, okay? Because we have the clover coming through next. And the clover is the card of taking chances, taking a bit of a risk, investing in things. So it's taking a gamble on yourself and knowing that you can invest money into yourself. So I feel like for some of you, this is like quite simple, like putting $5 a week away to buy yourself a present kind of thing, that you're investing in your self-care in a, it may be a financial kind of a way. You're saving up to buy that thing that you do truly want. You're taking a chance, taking a risk that, I really want that. And I'm going to, put in a bit of financial, I'm going to put in a bit of financial backing into having that thing that I want and deserve, you know. So I'm picking up for some of you there, it's taking a chance on looking after yourself and financially as well. And that's why the healthy boundaries are there as well, because you're needing to look after yourself and love yourself, Aquarius, more than anything at the moment. But by doing so, it helps create healthy boundaries with others, and it helps, healing other relationships around you with the power of love as well, because you can't know love until you know love for oneself, right? You can't love someone else until you love yourself, to a certain extent, okay? Because reality, but we can grow love alongside others, but it all starts with you know, that little flare within you of I want to love myself. I put importance upon self-love. Okay, and that's what the investment is that you're making at the moment. All right, so that's what we're seeing for you. Make sure you do check your other placements. Leave a comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading, and we will move on over to our Pisces. All right, Pisces. Animal spirit messages for Pisces. Animal spirit messages for you, Pisces. The hawk, the messenger. Ooh, Pisces, what is that? Ooh, the hawk, coming in quick too. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. You're finding clarity at the moment, Pisces, but there is specific messages trying to come through to you right now. For some of you, it's like there's a specific message of importance that's trying to come through for you. Like it may even be like an actual, you know, like a text message or an email or someone showing up at your house and saying, Pisces message. There's an actual messenger. Like, let's see if we can get to the bottom of that for you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, clarifying the hawk energy for Pisces, please. I'm hearing, you know, is it Hermes, the messenger, as well? That's coming through strong for some reason. There may be some significance to you, Pisces, with that. Well, it's a brand, right? That Hermes or Hermes. It's the messenger god, right? I'm getting that very strongly. Pisces, clarify the hawk energy for Pisces, please. Can't make this shit up, Pisces. There's the letter. Communication, messages. First card out for you. There is an important message coming through. A very important message trying to come through to you. Check your spam folder and things like that at the moment, Pisces. Check your, you know, even check your block list. Some of you maybe, it's like you're not receiving the message. Have you checked your mailbox this week? Have you, you know, have you check your block list or whatever? Some of you, there's a message sitting there and you just haven't seen it yet. It's like, has someone else brought the mail in and set the paperwork on the bench and you just haven't checked it yet? It's very interesting because the next card we have is the anchor. So it seems to be some sort of clear communication or expression of something that which you thought was stuck. All right, because the anchor, it's kind of this energy of you feel like it's stuck. You feel like it's holding you back because you don't know, you haven't got the message yet. So it's holding you back. But there's this steadiness, this reliability, this will keep you sheltered through the storm kind of energy attached on the other side of this message, that you're not actually stuck. This is actually something that you can, you know, it will be very reliable and dependable for you. And it will clear the way, light the way for you. We have the sun there as well, Pisces. There's a lot of clarity from this message. There's something being revealed to you through this message that brings about happiness for you. Any extra details about what that is, please? We have the garden. For some of you, it's a message, you know, an invitation, like an invitation to an event. Pisces, come meet me here. Social stuff, you know, social. It may be on social media, the message itself. You may be getting asked out on a date. That might be the message. You may be being asked to, Pisces, meet me here. Do this with me. Go out in public with me. Go to this event. Pisces, can you please come to this? it reveals a lot of happiness. Okay, this is a lot of happy, positive energy with this. And just looking at that Hawk card again, look, what's right there in the background? The sun. The sun, the happiness seems very important. I've got the tree on the bottom of the deck as well. So for a lot of you, it could be, social or family connections. This message may have to do with social or family, so friends or family. Maybe work meetings and those sorts of things. It may be, communication in regard to a work meeting for someone here as well. Growth, happiness, maturity, taking care of oneself, something to take care of you. Something being revealed out of this message that's important for your happiness in the future, Pisces. So get back to me when you know what that is. Go and check the mailbox. Go and check your, messages that you haven't checked. If you're someone not like me, because I cannot do it, I don't know how you guys do it. If you've got like 200 notifications on your email, and then 10 different text messages you haven't read, and all that, go and check your messages, please, Pisces. Get back to me. Let me know what that message is all about for you. I'm nosy as I like to know these things and how it relates to everyone in their individual lives. But leave a comment and you'll go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. So hopefully it could be you if you do leave that comment. But you can check your other placements as well, of course. And I'll see you all again soon.